So a couple days back, I was sitting on the couch with my friends playing some Mario Kart, having a good time, and I jokingly said that I was going to do a Mario Kart retrospective. And when I said it, it was a joke. And here we are. Now, if you would have told me maybe a week ago that I would be sitting here doing a Mario Kart retrospective, I would have looked you dead in the eyes and punched you in the face. But here we are. Mario Kart Retrospective, Episode 1. We're starting from the top with Luigi Circuit. This might be really stupid, and that's kind of the point. It's intended to be stupid, so leave a like if you want to see more. Comment down below if you like it. And other than that, we'll get into the review here. Luigi Circuit is one of the more bland tracks on this game. It could definitely pass for a real-life track, which most of the circuits in this game can't really say. I could see the NASCAR Cup Series moving from Atlanta this week, next week to Luigi Circuit, and I think that's kind of cool. I feel like the fact that it's one of the more realistic and kind of bland tracks works both ways because it's a little bit more skill-based and you can't just get knocked flying off the edge of the map and then be screwed for the rest of the race. But it's also kind of a curse because it's not as fun, as iconic, maybe, as, say, Rainbow Road or something of that nature. A lap around Luigi Circuit goes a little bit like this. You start the race and then pull off into corner 1 where you just do a nice little 90-degree turn. And then there's a mystery box right there, and you pull up for turn 2 and 3, around 4, down into 5, and where 5 is where it gets a little bit interesting because you have the jump that you can take and get one of the mystery boxes there and then hit a speed boost and go into the multitude of speed boosts around turns 8 and 9. Or you can just continue on the track and then hit the speed boost there and pull around. Now, this track is one of the most mindless things I think ever. I'm not going to lie to you. I did many races around this last night preparing for this video, and I would think for about one lap and then my mind would just turn off and I would not even pay attention for the rest of the race and I would still win. You do not have to think at all on this track. I can't explain that enough. There isn't a ton else to say about this track. It's one of the real easy ones in the game, and that's almost to a fault of the track, to be honest, because the most iconic tracks in Mario Kart Wii, the ones we all remember, are the ones that are really fun and colorful and a little bit hard, like Rainbow Road or Wario's Gold Mine, DK Summit, those kind of tracks where there's a little bit of danger and it's really colorful and bright, and 7-year-old us just love the game, let me tell you. Those tracks are iconic, and Luigi Circuit isn't like that. It's like a real track, and it's really easy and really bland, and so there's not a ton to say about it because it's not that memorable. It's not one of the tracks that you look back at and are like, oh yeah, that was a great track, but it's not really one that you look back and are like, man, I hate this track with a flaming passion. Please let me stab it in the chest 50 billion times. It's somewhere in the middle ground. And you have to take that as it comes. For example, I can't really remember the name of it, but that ghost track with the walls that when you run into them, they fall off the track. That track is worse than Luigi Circuit. There's no question about that. But a track like Rainbow Road or Coconut Mall is much better than Luigi Circuit. It's just an average track. And that speaks to the blandness, I guess you could say. So overall, I would say that Luigi Circuit isn't a great track, and it's not a terrible track. It's just a really mediocre, bland track. And for that, I would put it in C tier, I would have to say. C tier, and I would give it a 6.5 out of 10. One thing that I would say about this track is that it's not the kind of track that has you screaming at the TV and your friends. It's not really the kind of track that would tear apart a friendship, but it's not also one of the tracks that you would play with your friends. So what does that say about your friends, and what does that say about Mario Kart? But anyways, make sure you tune in next week. We got Moo Moo Meadows. If I do one of these, it'll probably be a weekly thing, but I don't know. It depends on how good this video does. So, as always, stay safe. This has been Decaf Dr. Thunder, and I will catch you guys next time.